What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. We are rolling, and it's been a pretty good week so far since the last time we hopped up here. If I can say so myself, I like to say, yeah, we broke through these ranges just like I predicted. Look at this demand zone that I had structured up here for everybody. It broke through, came back down for a wonderful retest before looking for the next leg up. Look, so I'm telling y'all, I know how to map this stuff out almost to a T. Come get at me, because you would have seen this little drawdown for a retest. You probably could have, made a little quick little profit. Any good money made is good money, 5% gain to whatever. Some people wait all year to get a 5%. You get a Roth IRA, man, that thing might go up 10% every year. Come on now, you just got you a nice trade for your whole year in your Roth IRA. I'm just saying. I ain't no financial advisor though. I'm just telling y'all, I know how to read this stuff just a little bit. Something that can help y'all out, man. We all can be getting this bread together. But more importantly for today's show, man, we're gonna be talking a little bit more about Ethereum instead, and just the Bitcoin holdings of our government and BlackRock, because as we know, they've been pumping this thing up ever since the ETFs got launched. In fact, we got launched when exactly? It was January the 10th when we took off with these ETFs. And as we can see right here, boom, right here on the 10th. Well, this is on the 11th. It launched on the 10th, going into 11th. Everything rallied, and then had a flash crash. I don't understand why. It's the buy the rumors, sell the news event. People, they've been talking about ETFs for all this time back here on Bitcoin. So it just rolled on up. People know they was about to do it. As soon as they launched them, people start selling. Buy the rumors, sell the event. Boom. If you know this happens though, this is the thing. You gotta be into the crypto market for quite some time to understand exactly how it navigates. And this is something that you for sure could have predicted was going to happen. All altcoins, they got destroyed during this time too. I remember this time. It was heartbreaking, but they recovered, as did Bitcoin. Bang, 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 bang. And now what we about to have going on tomorrow is the Ethereum ETFs opening up instead. So, we already know the bullish sentiment around Bitcoin. We just recaptured our level, came down for retest. Now we're going back up. Boom, captured this mid part of the range. We're coming back down for a retest until we start making our way back up. I do see us as staircasing our way up for the most part. So like I said, we came through, boom, came back down for a retest, came up, boom, came up down for a retest. I'm just gonna keep this motion going until we know otherwise. Oh, we're gonna keep it right here. Okay, upside down. That's ugly. We're gonna fix that. Bam, there we go. So that's pretty much how I look at it going at this point. I don't see what's stopping us. We done went through this deviation period, which we called out was a deviation. Came through this deviation, blew out of it very, very hard, very strong. It was a lot of buying pressure. Got right back above this demand zone, retested. Now I don't see why it is that now we're holding the demand zone and we've retested quite a bit off of it. Why it is we can't just shoot it off to the sky the same way that this is pretty much drawn out for you. It won't be the first time something like that happened. We go parabolic quite often after we get out of some good news. Just look at this zone right here. For example, we had that range high, hit the range low, a little deviated out of the zone area. Boom. This is how crazy this stuff be. This little small, boom, deviated out, came back, recaptured, take off. Staircase is way on up. I see the same thing pretty much happening here. And in fact, you could even just, if you really want to understand what I'm saying, we're going to copy this move and we're going to paste it right here so you can understand where it is. I see this thing truly going. Of course, the move isn't the exact same, but, the essence of the move is similar. And so you can even shorten it up. Bam. This is pretty much how I see it going. We're going to hit this all-time high area. We're going to bobble around right here and then finally blast off and just go parabolic. Go into the 80,000 very, very, very fast, very quick. Nobody's even going to expect it. People think it's going to still turn around and fall over. Nope, we're going to go through it, blast through. Don't even think we deserve a retest at this point. We've been in this range for, let's see how many days we've been in this range so far. almost 150 days. So I don't really understand why it is we'll need to be bouncing off this level just to make sure it's secure. We already done pretty much verified that once we broke through it. Forget it. Let's leave it in the past. That's where I see Bitcoin going. So I do have a bullish outlook on the chart of Bitcoin. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and look at ETH real quick, man. Cause this is the real baby right here. This is where the real money is made. Once ETH really gets bullish and starts ripping towards the upside, then altcoins will follow behind. They follow suit when it comes to this bull market mess, man. They want to follow ETH. I don't understand why. I don't really care too much for it, other than the fact that it pretty much tells the story that I need to know. But as you can see, we're going down on this trend, this downwards trend with ETH trading below it. Had a big deviated period outside of this somewhat of a I don't know if I don't be like I make a lot of basic drawings up here, to be honest, but it's so many different metrics that you can be using other than just drawing stuff up here. But this is just for your viewpoint, so you can understand exactly where I'm coming from when I say breaking ranges and stuff like that. But even if you look on the RSI, we're gonna move this to the side a little bit. Down here in this area, we was below 30. Anything below 30 is oversold. Anything above 70 is overbought. We was below 30, meaning it was oversold. It was a good time to go ahead and buy a bunch, which if you would have caught a trade coming up to about 20% gains right there. That goes back to what I was talking about with y'all Roth IRA. Man, we blowing that out the water, man. We making generational wealth here. We ain't just trying to maintain wealth. Nah, we gotta create wealth and keep creating wealth. All that other stuff is good and all, but here go the little shortcut for you. Everybody likes shortcuts. Risky, but shortcut nonetheless. If ETH can withstand this zone right here, ladies and gentlemen, trust and believe, we are going to the moon. Especially if it breaks above this one. If we break above this right here at this it's like the second complacency shoulder. It was like a small bounce right here, a small bounce before it was a major drop off. So you can argue this is the complacency, or right here above at 3,600 is the complacency. Either or, it really doesn't matter. We're knocking at the door, and we're most likely about to punch right through. Anyways, we already broke out of structure, which was a symmetrical triangle. So I don't see why not. Can you tell me why not? No, you cannot, especially with the ETFs coming tomorrow. Now, the only thing about that, like I said, by the rumors of the event, I think ETH has already priced in that motion anyways, because we already been within this range from the Bitcoin halving and its ETF. Like I said, when was it? So like back here, boom, this is ETH lagged a little behind on the drop off, just a little bit, but around this range right here is when the Bitcoin ETFs launched, and then as you see, it was a nice little fall off, and we just been rattling, went staircased our way out of that, and now we've been ranging for almost 150 days, just like Bitcoin. So I believe that the drop off is already priced in. Like, people have already been selling ETH the entire time. It's completely different from Bitcoin. Now, if we do see a sell-off, it won't be anything too major. I can see us like literally just dropping back down to this zone right here and then blasting our way out of here, because they're going to start pumping the markets up. So that might be our sell-off. It might be a couple days after they go ahead and launch it. Maybe next week. Literally going into August is going to be the start of alt season. Mark my words on that. The beginning of August. Now, another thing about that though is, since August is right around the corner, let me go ahead and move this stuff right here out the way. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and delete all this stuff. I don't really need it, to be honest. Now, if we can close above 67, like $67,500 on Bitcoin, because I don't really want to close below like this red closing the month of June right here where it closed at was at $67,500. I don't want to close below that. I would like to engulf that candle and close a little bit closer to the 68, if not all the way up to the 70,000 before July is over with, because that would signal like, just straight green light at that point. If we engulf this entire move downwards right here, yeah, we'll do very, very well. Very, very well coming up into these next couple months, man. All I can say is hold your britches, man. We're about to take off. Now, we also know that the Bitcoin conference is happening later on this week. It's going on the 26th, 7th, I believe, through the 29th. Ironically enough, I'm going on vacation during those days, so I'll be able to sit back and relax and just catch up on the news on that and just, be in awe at what all these rich people are talking about doing with crypto. They're going to make us rich, ladies and gentlemen. Just sit back and enjoy it. Donald Trump, he's even pro-crypto. And he's going to, speak on our behalf. He's saying that he wants to put money in our pocket to the people. I'm with it. We also got other speakers like Michael Saylor and Elon Musk, which we all know. Michael Saylor, he's one of the biggest Bitcoin maxis out there, especially in big company finances. He's gonna come through with the millions and billions of dollars, just pouring them in. He's been doing it. He's been doing it. That man's already been behind Bitcoin. He's one of the biggest bulls when it comes to it. Not only him, but Elon Musk, who, as we all know, loves Dogecoin. Dogecoin pumps because Bitcoin pumps. And the Dogecoin pumps, all the other altcoins, well, meme coins specifically underneath Dogecoins, which we all love, like Pepe, Andy, Brett, Wolf, Bobo, Shiba. You can't forget Shiba. Even all the dog coins, they all will pump. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be meme coin mania once again. But, they all decides mainly on how it is we close this month. It's not a for sure thing about whether or not if we don't close above that 67.5K that we will, have a little bit more drawn out period. But if we do close above it, it's a for sure. It's a for sure. Mark my words on that. Not a financial advisor though. Now we come and start looking at this right here about how much Bitcoin is actually owned by yours truly, the U.S. government, which is pretty astonishing, honestly. They do have their very own crypto wallet. Most of the crypto funds was allocated through taking down hackers. They take everybody's money. Now they got them in their own little account. Once the government gets them and, gets all the funds back, they just keep it. They're just confiscated. And it could be talks that Donald Trump could be using the Bitcoins that's within the U.S. government, move them over to the Treasury and just use it as a reserve, currency. We will see about that. That would be very bullish for us because then that means that they won't be selling at all. That's just holding billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, which is good for the space. Ain't no fears of the government selling on you no more. Just a black swan event. They just like for example, Germany. They sold all them shares. Let's look at Germany real quick. Can I even look at Germany up here? I don't know what I will look them up under. Let's see. Germany. No Germany rabbit token. See, this is the nonsense here. But who cares, man? Most importantly, though, like I said, the ETH ETFs are about to be launching tomorrow. Now, who was the biggest buyer when it came to Bitcoin's ETF? Larry Fink, one of the people who was really pushing whether or not we get an ETF of Bitcoin. And now it's going to happen for Ethereum. They already have $21.97 billion worth already in Bitcoin. Already, that has been accumulating. Now, like anything other than that, like ETH, right now they only got 10.57 million. But that's going to pump up drastically because this has only been since January. It's been half of a year and they already got 21 billion. So another half of the year, you have another 20 something billion going into ETH. Come on now, just imagine because it's not only going to be BlackRock. You also got companies like Fidelity, for example. Fidelity custodies. They have 19.7 billion in Bitcoin. This is just their crypto holdings. I don't know about anything else, but they got 369 million of ETH already. So ETH could already be getting front ran by Fidelity because they already knew the ETF was already coming. So they probably already priced some up in for themselves. And you also want to keep looking at Vanguard. Let's see. We got them up here. Vanguard. Nope. No. Okay. Vanguard, keeping it a little secretive. But it's okay. I'll let you guys do your own little research on that. But if you move over right here to BlackRock's actual website, it say meet ETFA, the iShares Ethereum Trust ETF. You can gain access to Ethereum through BlackRock, the second largest cryptocurrency to Bitcoin, and remove the operational burdens and complexities associated with direct ownership through an exchange traded product. They do not want you to have direct ownership. They want to have your ishness. We ain't going for all that, man. I want my money in my pocket. But this just shows you pretty much just what's going to happen. If you go back to Bitcoin, like I said, and you look and see what it is that they done after they had bought into it, Bitcoin went on a rally. You just say from that date itself, as high as like 50% gains. 50% gains ain't bad. And if you look at Ethereum on its gains through the Bitcoin, boom, this is same thing, 50%. It's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Now, what's gonna happen if ETH gets that right there? And it's gonna be less money needed to actually move the market cap of ETH. You gotta understand that as well too. With Bitcoin, you can put all the money in it you want. You're only gonna move the needle a little bit. ETH is a big difference. Bitcoin already has $1.3 trillion in it, while ETH still has less than half of a trillion. There's only $418 billion in ETH, while it's 1.3 trillion in Bitcoin. So you can see the big difference. It don't take as much money to move the needle here, and everybody is greedy at this point, and it's gonna ramp up even more. So just sit back, relax, man. We about to get this bread. Once ETH takes off, you already know your favorite altcoins and meme coins, especially on ETH, is also gonna be on the run. And just sit back, let's get this bread together, man. That's all it is to it.